book face. Hello, pretty people. We got the book face, guys. They're here. They're here. So if you're on the book face, say, Jerusha, I'm present. You thought I would leave out the book face? No, of course not. Hashtag pretty people. If you are a pretty person, that means we crown people over here, girl. We celebrate you. We collaborate. We create. So if you are a pretty person, make sure you hashtag pretty people. Yes. Oh my gosh. I do have pretty people tees. Click the link in the bio if you want to be a pretty person. And so I had this event that I was speaking at, and I wanted to make sure that I represented the pretty people. And so, yes, that is available as well. So, yes, click the link in the bio and you'll be able to see it. So I'm going to be answering business questions live. Yes, I do this anyway on TikTok, but I thought I'd bring in Facebook and Instagram for this. And so one of the questions, I already have a question that I'm going to answer. And if you want to join me, you can come on Facebook. Obviously, you can't do it on Instagram and TikTok. I can actually bring you on live with me so you can ask your question. Would that be cool? Would that be something you do? Well, the link is available. So you want to come on over here. If not, that's cool. You can put it in the chat. And if I am able to get to that question, I will. So if you're joining me, let me tell you who I am and why I share actionable business tips. Is because I've been where you are and I'm constantly growing online. I started my business offline. I tell everybody I built the business offline initially. I saw the success offline initially, right? So because I saw it pretty quickly with my full-time job, my son was a toddler. I do know how to build it with all the things going on in your lives. You can build it. You've just got to become a master professional time thief. So I became a professional time thief at that time, which was years ago, over a decade ago. And so I started focusing on the things that I could do. I wasn't focusing on the things that I cannot do. I cannot change, right? So if you work a 9 to 5, you can't change that. But what can you do? You can work outside of your 9 to 5, right? You can commit to not going to sleep when you get home, commit not watching television. You can commit not to hang out with your girlfriends or whatever. You can commit to learning a new skill to further your side hustle. And so I read this. I said, listen, don't go work for somebody else 8 to 10 hours a day and come home and say you're too tired to work on your business. You're not tired. You're uninspired. And I need you to get inspired to write that book. I need you to get inspired to start that nonprofit, to create that app, whatever it is, start a side hustle, whatever it is. I need you to do it when you're not at your traditional 9 to 5. Now, those of you that are still working home, because the pandemic, for a lot of people, it blessed people where they're able to still work from home and still get their job done. But when you're at home, it's a little different, right? I know you loving working from home. Now, some people say they didn't like it. They like going to an office. But for the most part, I would like to say a lot of people like working from home. There's the stats that came out that said 75 million people will be having a home-based business within the next 5 years. So that tells you a lot about changing. It tells you a lot about what you need to do with your business. And so people like the fact that they can build a business from home. And if you're like me, you're building it and monetizing social media. So you're already on there. So that's not extra time. You were already scrolling. You might as well make money, girl. You're already on social media. So yes, so that's why I'm able to share with you what I know for sure. So I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in the direct sales business. So I feel your pain, right? And I was nervous about coming online. And so I am building 100 online leaders in my personal organization, as well as helping you build your business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. If you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. Yes. And then, of course, if you're on the book face, hi, gorgeous. I love the hearts. Oh, if you're on TikTok, tap the screen. If you're on TikTok, and some hearts will come up. So you do want to tap, and all these hearts will come up. So yes, I love that. So let me know that you're present. Where do you reside? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia's in the building. So let me know you're in the building. So when I'm traveling, I know what city that you're in. I know where the pretty people are. Then I can talk to the pretty people and I can say, listen, I'm coming to your city. Oh, I see the hearts. I'm coming to your city. Come meet me. Yes, I'm coming to Chicago in the building. Y'all, Chicago in the building. Ooh, it's cold in Chicago. Tell me about it, Chicago. It's cold in Chicago. Look at this little curl. Yes. So Miss Richardson is in Chicago. Listen, I like the hearts on Instagram as well. So if you have a business question and you want to come on live on Facebook, click the link in the description and I'll bring you on. If not, you can just type your question in the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and answer one question. People often ask, yes, you say, yes, it is cold. Yes, I can't even imagine. I can't live in a cold state. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. Bless your heart. Bless you, bless you, bless you. So first of all, this is what I want to say to you. You owe you. Write this down. Very serious that you understand you owe you. No one owes you anything. I owe you doesn't exist. I don't owe you this. Your business coach, your mentor, your upline, they don't owe you anything, right? The company, they don't owe you. You owe you. The world doesn't owe you a nice car. The world doesn't owe you a nice home. The world doesn't owe you a good education. The world doesn't owe you joy. No one owes you that. You owe yourself. And so the world doesn't owe you residual income and wealth and land. They don't. If you do not go after it, no one's giving it to you. And I think for a lot of people, work is involved to be successful, right? And so success comes with a work attitude and a work uniform. You better write that down. And so many people are hoping somebody else gives it to them. No one's going to give it to you. I wish somebody, here you go. If they were giving it out, people would take it for granted. Let's be honest. When you give somebody something, they don't value it. When it's free, they throw it in the trash. They don't show up. They don't value it. But when you got to put money on that thing, it changes, correct? And so I think that you should understand that, listen, if you want to learn how to build online and you want to maximize your time and you want to meet great people and you want to build a great organization and you want to leave a legacy, you owe yourself to get educated. You owe yourself to show up. You owe yourself to start implementing the strategies that you've learned, not just from me as one of the top producers, but other producers, other influencers. When you hear those people saying, hey, this is what you need to do, you need to do it. Okay, chances are those people are already doing it. They've already seen a certain level of success and they're continuing to learn. The problem is if you're not continuing to learn, right, you're basically staying the same or you dying. And so that's not the point of life, is to stay the same. The point of life is for you to grow, right? And so I want to make sure that you understand this didn't come easy for me. I think people always see people excited and you see me smiling like, oh, that came easy. It didn't come easy to be on social media in terms of technology, right? I don't really love, when things not working and I don't really understand technology. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like such an idiot. And then I have to call my son or call my husband and say, listen, I don't know, it's not working. I like to throw my hands up and be like, I don't know, it's not working. And so I've learned that, well, that's not going to help me. So I need to take responsibility. I can Google. The Google became my boyfriend. I cheat with Google all the time. My husband knows about it. And I stay on Google. I stay on YouTube. Those are my boyfriends because they give me answers. And so if you're sitting there blaming somebody else for what they didn't do, that's your fault. Okay, because you have the smartphone. Where's your smartphone? Everybody take out your smartphone. If you have a smartphone, right? Okay, if you don't use that smartphone, it's a dumb phone. And I tell my son all the time, don't ask me, use that smartphone. Now, if you can't figure it out, we can have a conversation. But I'm going to need you to use that smartphone unless it's a dumb phone. And so we pay all this money for that, right? So I need you to embrace the fact that no one's coming to save you. Let's talk about that. No one's coming to save you. All right. And so her business question, was that helpful? Let's start there. The business question, if you have a business question, make sure you put it in the chat. Or if you're on Facebook, there's a link for StreamYard. You can join me and ask a business question. I don't really care about your company name. I don't care about, your particular, your product name or anything. I just want to know, what question do you have about having unlimited clients? Because my 3-day ride covers that. And so I can answer a question or two for you. So her question was, she doesn't know a lot of people. She wants to start a business, but she doesn't know a lot of people. How many of you feel like that? And you don't want to obligate. You got to come on Instagram if you want to join me live. So if you don't have a lot of friends, you don't have a lot of family, you don't have a lot of people that support you, how many of you think you can't build a business? Be honest. Because people say, I don't want to obligate my friends. Great. I don't want to ask my family. Great. You're perfect. You're my people, actually. You're my people. You know why? I built my entire organization on strangers. When I was offline for years, we had an office here in Atlanta. I would meet people face to face. I would do presentations 3, 4, 5 times a week, whatever was necessary. We had an office. And so I would meet people all the time in Atlanta, face to face, exchanging names and numbers. That's how I met people. I did not do it with family and friends. So I don't know why, like I gave an example, if Oprah said, here's $500,000, start a business, a storefront, a bookstore, you would not say, I don't even know nobody. You wouldn't say that. So when it comes to your business or you starting a business, why is that an excuse? Because you wouldn't use your family and friends for any other thing, right? So why do you think you would have to do it, especially those people that are in network marketing and direct sales? That's one of the biggest things that people say is, well, I'm not on social media like that. Well, I don't have a great following like that. Well, a lot of people don't like my stuff like that. Well, that could change because there are tools to help you, right, create followers. There are skills to help you attract your ideal prospect, right, that you can learn. We can all learn a skill. I started the same way you did. I had social media, but I was not marketing and building on social media. I didn't start doing that until 2017, 2018. And I was like, oh, there's a strategy to this. I have to actually show up every day. Oh, okay. I actually have to create great content every day. Oh, I actually have to have original content every day. Oh, okay. So there are systems that you can follow. There are strategies that you can follow. There's a skill that you can learn to attract the people, right? So there's not a limited amount for everybody. It's so many. And so if you're the person like, oh, I don't have a lot of friends, my family doesn't support me like that, great. Now, I have a supportive family. I just didn't ask my family. So when I was taught to meet people, listen to this. If they were in front of you, like 3 feet in front of you, you met that person. I was the queen of starting conversations. I was the queen of sharing my business. I was the queen of recruiting, literally the queen in my company, crown and all. If you were within 3 feet of me, I'm just talking to you, because that's what they said to do, is talk to everybody, right? So that's what I was doing. It was almost like I was too dumb to doubt. I knew it was about numbers. They said, listen, this is not about, it's not magic, it's mathematics. Write this down. They said, it's not magic, it's mathematics. Do the math. How many people would you need to talk to every day to get 1? How many people would you need to talk to every day to get 2? How many people would you need to talk to every day to get 3, right? So you figure out your numbers. This was offline. So I would probably talk to, at that time I got really good at this. So pretty much everybody that I talked to, I got their name and number. I got really good at that, right? And so can you imagine meeting me face to face? Girl, we best friends. We are exchanging numbers, and I'm going to call you and talk to you about my product and my opportunity. That's what's going to happen. And so I would talk to everybody. I was obsessed with meeting people. I fell in love with the process of meeting people. And so the more people that I was meeting, obviously my numbers grew. So I was able to go to the top of the company in a short period of time. But I also was open to stepping outside what's normal. We're taught as young girls, or overall, I guess in our society, don't talk to strangers, right? Everybody raise your hand. Don't talk to stranger danger, right? Which is totally cool because I have 2 boys. I get it. And because when you grow up that way, you are afraid of people, but you say you want a people's business. You want to help people. You want to empower people, right? You want to do that, but you're like, I'm afraid of you. Okay. Oh, thank you. And so you want to make sure that you kind of erase that type of thinking that strangers are bad, because you're an adult now. You can make, judgment at this point. When you're a child, obviously it would make sense. You can't make a good judgment. But as an adult, now you got to retrain the brain. What you have to do at this juncture is retrain your brain that strangers are your friends if you want them to be, because your friends now were strangers at one time. And so I had to erase that mentality. I was never really afraid to talk to the stranger. I just needed to know what to say to the stranger. And so because I feel like I can act, okay, and so I was like, well, tell me what to say. I need a script. I was given a script. I was like, this is what I need to say. Got it. And so I would say that script to every single person. The script didn't change. The faces changed, but the script did not change. So of course you're going to remember that, right? It's like an Easter poem in my head. Excuse me, miss, let me ask you a quick question. It's an Easter poem at this point. You just say it so much, you know it. So now I'm meeting these strangers every day. Atlanta's huge. Doesn't matter what city you're in. But we always have events. We always have people out and about. There's always a lot of people. Okay. So it wasn't like, oh, I couldn't find anybody today. No, you could. And so even if you have to drive to different locations, you could always find people to talk to. So it's not like I live in a small town with 500 people. So of course, I'm out and about no matter where that is. I'm meeting people, exchanging. Now, when I started, yes, we had paper business cards. Over the years, I kind of like tossed those cards and was like, I don't think people are really using, depending on your industry, I don't think people are really keeping up with business cards. Okay. So in my industry, so what I'm going to do is we're going to create a digital business card. And so at that time, that's what we did. So I still would exchange names and numbers, but I would just do a digital business card where I'm not writing down on a notebook, paper, or pen. Everywhere I go, I got to have a pen and paper. I was obsessed. I always had it. It's one in the car. It's in every purse. I was making sure I had everything, when I was meeting people like that. And so I was prepared. I was prepared to win every day. If I went to the local grocery store, I was prepared to meet somebody that day, a stranger. If I went to my son's basketball game, I was prepared to meet somebody that day. If I went to dinner, I was prepared to meet somebody. Now, I'm not saying do this all the time. I'm saying this is what I did. If you talk to anybody in my household, they'll tell you I was obsessed with meeting people because they said numbers matter. They told me all you need is a lot of numbers. You have a little bit of numbers, you're going to make a little bit of money. I was like, well, I need to make a lot of money. They said you have some numbers, you're going to make some money. They said if you have a lot of names and numbers, you have a lot of people to choose from, you're going to make a lot of money. I was like, oh, that's where I need to be. So because we're online, I could never talk to thousands of people a day face to face, right? Online, let's just say a number. Offline, I would talk to 10, get 10 names and numbers every day. Offline, face to face, offline. Some days I would do 20. So I would challenge myself some days and do 20. At the end of the week, I have to have between 50 and 75 new names and numbers. So if you are currently still offline, insurance probably is offline. Financial services is probably offline. Those people, like things like that, you might have to meet people face to face, right? And so offline, I was doing 50 to 75 names and numbers. If not an email and your number, but I had a number for every single person. Now, if that person wasn't comfortable exchanging, we didn't exchange. Like, that's fine. You take everything personal. It's not personal, it's personal preference. She didn't feel the vibe. She didn't feel the energy. She didn't feel comfortable because she's scared of strangers, right? She's scared of, that's fine. Right? It's all good, baby. I'm going to go talk to the next person. See, my mentality was and still is, okay, she's not ready yet. Oh, that's okay. Bless her heart. Next. Oh, this person, she's not ready yet. That's okay. Next. This person, that's okay. It's really okay. And so what happens with most people when you're face to face, right? Online, you could just text and stop texting. Well, face to face, typically people don't just walk off. They're just like, no, thank you. And then they walk off, right? They can't truly ghost you if you're face to face talking and then they're dodging you. That wouldn't make sense. So face to face, it's harder because now they're saying it to your face. Oh, I'm not interested. No, thank you. Right? Oh, no, never mind. No. Oh, I don't feel comfortable giving you my number. Oh, no, you can give me your card. Okay. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. If you don't feel comfortable, that's okay. Have a great day. I'm not going to just hand out my card when I had a paper card. I'm not going to just hand that out for what? You just said you're not interested. Why would I give you the card? And that's, to me, is like posting and praying. Like I'm a post and pray that she one day magically calls me. She says she's not open. She's not interested. She doesn't feel comfortable giving you the name and number. Why give her a card? I don't know. Okay. So she's going to trash it. She's not open. And so I would, that rarely happened. But obviously it did happen where people are like, oh, I don't feel comfortable exchanging. But if you want to give me, this is what they say. If you want to give me your card, I mean, maybe I'll know somebody. Girl, why would you give it to somebody if you're not even open? You don't even know what it is. Why would you just give out my card to somebody you know? Still, didn't make sense to me, right? That's my opinion. So I wouldn't give the card. I'd be like, that's okay. It was nice to meet you. Have a great day. Next. That's okay. It's all perfect. Next. And I wouldn't let that stop me because I knew it was so many people that I needed to be talking to. I can't waste my time on this person who just said they're not open. I don't need to keep overcoming 50,000 objections. She's not open. I may overcome one, but the stranger one, I'm not going to overcome. If you're like, oh no, I mean, you're a stranger. I don't feel comfortable. Next. Okay. Have a good day. Boom. There's nothing to overcome, right? She's afraid of you for whatever reason. Okay. I know there are scammers. So please don't say, oh, but people scam you. They do. But I would like to think, okay, I would like to think if you see me like this, and this is just like in the house, if I was doing presentations, baby, your sister is dressed to the nines. I look like I am the CEO. And so if you didn't feel comfortable with the interaction, the communication skills, the way that I approached you, and you were afraid, you're not my people. That's it. It's not me, just you're not my people. So everybody's not going to be your people. And so I'm fine with that. And so online, it's a little different, right? You get to check people out a little bit more. Yes, keep moving. Exactly. Yes. Elaine, if you have a business question, you can click the link with StreamYard in my description, and I can bring you on if you like, or you can put in the chat your question. I'll be happy to answer it for you. So yes. So if you're that person that now we're online, can you imagine you can talk to 100 people a day online? When I was face to face, I would just never come home if I had to talk to 100 people a day, right? So offline, I was talking to 10, 20 people. I would make sure every week with my full-time job, okay? So this wasn't with my full-time job. I would have 50 to 75 names and numbers. The person that was training me at the time, they thought I was lying. They would be like, well, let me see your names and numbers, which I thought was weird because I never ran a business before. So why would I need to lie? I don't know how to run a business, and I'm pretty trainable and coachable. Why would I need to show you the names and numbers? But I understood as I became a leader why people would do that, or why someone would ask, because most people, they don't actually have it. They don't actually do it. So I actually was doing it. I was like, well, you said it get 50 to 75 a week, right? That's what I need to do. And so that's what I was doing. And so I have notebooks. I'm gonna take a picture. Notebooks of names and numbers and people. And that's how I was able. So I don't tell people it was easy. That's how I was able to have so many names and numbers that I went to the top 2% of my company, because I was working with a lot of people. Most people, from my experience and coaching, is they have a little bit of people, and then they say their business isn't growing. You have the same 20 people, okay? And you're still focusing on the same 20 people, Okay. And she told you she was going to do it. It's okay. You wait on no one. Okay. You wait on no one. I cannot wait for this person to come up with the money to start a business. I cannot wait for this person to invest in themselves. I cannot wait. I can't wait. When you're ready, let me know. I have to move forward. You know why you have to move forward? Because somebody is looking for you. Not to be mean, because somebody is waiting for me. And if I continue to look at you and wait for you, I can't go help the next person who's looking for me. She's ready. I call her the ready right now. She's ready. She has the money. She's ready to invest. She's ready to learn. She wants to learn the skills. She's waiting, but she doesn't know where the opportunity is coming from. And boom, I meet her, whether it's out and about. Obviously, I meet her now online. She's ready to go. But if your focus is still on the 10 people over here who said they were going to do it, you're going to miss the one that's ready. So I just look at it like, okay, you're not ready today. Let me know when you're ready to ride this train, because this train is moving. Now, I like to do it with you, but I will do it without you. So I got to go help other people. I got to go see who else I can help and say who's ready today. So that was your question. I answered your question is you wait for no one, and you should not want to build a business with only family and friends. I don't think that works. I've never heard anybody say I became a millionaire only through my family and friends. I've never heard that before. Okay. And I give this analogy all the time with Walmart and any other store that you can think of, right? They're just not, it's funny because Walmart, the Waltons, you think they're just talking to their cousins. Even when they first opened, you're like, well, I'm going to get my cousin. You think they did that? I don't think they did that at all. They started marketing to the public. That's what you should be doing, utilizing social media to market to the public. It's so many people. So if you're struggling in that area, yes, the 3-day ride, the business course is open. Don't wait to the last minute. Grab your virtual seat. Grab your virtual seats. I only take a small group. It starts March 22nd, 3 days live with me. I get to focus on your particular business, right? You get to tell me what it is you do so we can come up with a strategy for you. You will know how to find your ideal prospects. You will have the scripts to start conversations, and not just start them, but convert them into a sale, convert them into your organization if they're open to that. And so the cool thing is when you're starting a business and you're talking to someone, you want to ensure this person, you don't have to know anyone. If I could teach you how to market on social media, if I could teach you how to brand yourself, if I could teach you how to start conversations, if I could teach you a skill, could you learn? Question mark. That answers your question, right, young lady? If I could teach you how to market, what to post, when to post, what's hot, short form video, how to attract people to you, right? If I could teach you those skills, could you learn? Yes or yes? She said, I want to learn that. Okay. If you want to learn that, click the link in the bio and you want to get the 3-day ride. That was birthed out of my pain. It was birthed because I had to figure it out, stumbling, making mistakes, showing up like I'm showing up, but how do you do it? Then negative people saying you can never build a business online because we built it offline. Then you have people doubting and saying, oh, how could you build it online? That doesn't make sense. You still have to be face to face. You do not have to be. You can choose to be. Isn't that great? That we all can have choices. You can choose to be face to face or you can choose to be online. The thing is, both of them require you to build a relationship. And I think people were thinking that if you weren't face to face, you wouldn't build a relationship. But that's not true. I know Elaine, like she's my best friend, right? I know Yvonne, like and these are people that I met online. I've never met them face to face. But I feel like they're my family. They're my pretty people. I feel like we have a community going on. So I do believe you can build relationships online. The reason why you're here, because somehow you and I build a relationship. So it can happen online. And so I think that, it's important that when someone says, oh, I'm not like you. I don't have a lot of followers and I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have family that supports me. I don't. Okay, first you want to change the language. You want to help them out. Say, okay, well, first of all, You don't have to have anything. You don't have to know anybody. If I could teach you how to market, how to brand, right? How to be social on social media, could you learn a skill? Yes or no? It's yes or no. Yes, you can. Everybody here can learn a skill. Yes. You don't have to know anything. I can teach you. You can teach someone how to network. You can teach someone the words to say, right? Now, I can't teach you to have enthusiasm. That has to come from you. You have to be excited about your thing. I can teach you how to meet new people every day. Okay, I can teach you how to have unlimited leads. I can teach you that. Could you learn? Okay, perfect. Then you're perfect. That's how you overcome that objection, because she doesn't understand how she would meet the people. Now, when I was offline, I understood how I would meet the people face to face and say the script. I understood the assignment. And that's how I understood the assignment. I understood the assignment. The assignment was meet people face to face, get the names and numbers every day, face to face. That's the assignment. Done. Got the assignment. Now that you're online, I have names now. I need to voicemail them. Is that a good way to connect on social media? Okay, very good question. Love it. Okay, hold on 1 second. I love it. Okay, hold on. So I understood the assignment. When that assignment for me personally, I was like, I gotta get online. People telling me to go online. I switched to learn how to do it online. I still meet people every day. I start new conversations every day. I follow up with people every day. Those are part of my IPAs, because it's so many people. When I'm putting out content, people are like, okay, well, okay, I'm interested. What is it? Da, 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 da. So I have people to follow up with. Okay, but that also goes along with you being consistent. So if you're the person that you're not quite consistent yet, because you don't have a consistency problem, you're just not consistent yet. Okay, that's not a problem of yours. Don't put that on yourself. You're just not consistent yet, but you're getting there. And we celebrate you. That's why you're part of the pretty people. We're celebrating that you're getting there. You're going to do it every day. You're going to post every day. You're going to market every day. You're going to start new conversations every day. You're going to follow up every day. You're going to sell your product every day. You're going to have a money goal every day. Have a money goal. How much money I want to make every day, not a week, not a month, every day. How much money you want to make today? Okay, what do I need to do to make that money today? Okay, boom. That's the activity you need to do to make that amount of money today. Oh, yeah, she's a pretty. Okay, so to answer your question, her question is, she has names, okay, of people. Should she voicemail those people? Is that a good way to do it on social media? Or is it a good way to connect on social media? Now, you're going to hear different examples. I can only tell you from my experience. I only talk from what I know for sure. So yes and no. That didn't help you. So I'll give you an example. Are you a voice person? I am a voice person, if you can't tell. I am a voice person. I actually want to hear your voice. Okay. So that part, I like it. So when I met people face to face, I actually like talking to you face to face. So I want to talk to you because I want to hear your voice. Tell me, girl, what's going on? What you got going on? What's your business? What's your opportunity? You know, what do you do full time? Like, let's talk. So I'm a voice person. So for me, if you're going to use the voice that's on Messenger, you know, the microphone, you can press that down and you can talk to the person, right? Now, if you're that type of person, great. Now I'm going to tell you what that will do. One, they know it's real and you're not a robot, okay? And it's not spam because they can hear your voice and they know it's a real person talking to them. So that is an advantage, okay? Now, when you're leaving that voice, I hope that you're excited, you're motivated, there's some enthusiasm behind those words, right? And you are able to grab that person's attention by whatever it is that you're saying, okay? So it certainly can't be dull, like in the voice, like, oh, how you doing? It's me. I just thought I'd speak to you. Or whatever. Can't be that on the voice. Okay, so if you're going to leave a voice, it needs to be compelling, whatever it is. Like, you know, hey, I'm Elaine. I just saw you online. Just wanted to make, you know, sure we connected. nice picture of your children, whatever. It needs to be where the person's like, oh, okay, that was nice, or whatever your thing is. I don't know what you would be saying. So that is an option. I have used it, but I often use it after the person doesn't understand my text. Or I use it when the person think, is that Jerusha for real messaging me? Because they'll be like, is this a real person? Or is this Jerusha? And then I will say my voice. I will use the voice. I'm like, yes, it's Jerusha. I say it so they know it's me and they respond back. So yes, it's a good way to answer your question. It is a good way to connect. I wouldn't probably connect like that with everybody. I would certainly probably pick and choose who you would leave the voice to. Some people don't want to listen to a voice for a minute. They've already gone. They checked out. They will read a text. Now, understand, in the text, it can't be a dissertation. So for those of you, I'm telling you what I know. If you're leaving a whole dissertation, paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph in a message, she's not reading that. Whatever you said, okay. So it needs to be short and concise, and there has to be a question. What's the point? What's the question? You're asking something. You're not just, connecting for no reason, right? You're connecting for a reason. What do you want? That's what people want to know. What do you want? Why me? What do you want? Why did you come on my page? Why did you message me? What is this? That's what they want to know. Since they want to know that, give it to them. Give it to them. That's what they want to know. And so if you are doing the voice, I say do both, right? See which one gives you the best results. And if the voice gives you the best results, do that. I would do both and just kind of weigh your options, because you will have people that are not going to listen to a minute. They don't even listen to a minute right now. Somebody scrolling up 30 seconds. So keep that in mind. The attention span, unfortunately for America and for our children, is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. I think there's something going on with that. Like, you notice one time people could do, people would listen for 5 minutes. Now it went down to they can listen a minute. Now it's down to you can only listen to 7 to 10 seconds, and you're gone on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So I don't know what that's about. It might be a conspiracy. I don't know. I'm just saying, have you just noticed like your attention span is so short, you can't even listen to a minute? You're like, oh no, I'm gone. And so my word of the year, if you heard me, is patience. So my word of the year is patience, where I have the patience to listen and learn something. I have the patience. Okay. So you might want to adopt that. Was that helpful or what? Yeah, I have no problem with leaving the voice. I'm a voice person. So even if someone looks at my organization, my opportunity, hashtag 3-day ride, or you're welcome. Yes, if you've taken the 3-day ride, hashtag 3-day ride, make sure you jump in the ride. If this is good for you and you're like, oh my gosh, I need all my questions answered, I need to be in the 3-day ride, I'm just posting and praying, I don't know how to start these conversations, I don't know how to overcome these objections, then the 3-day ride might be for you. And if it's not, that's okay. It's totally fine. Okay. So also, this other question is, when I have a prospect and they look at my opportunity, I use a tool. So I use tools. So they hear the opportunity. After they hear the opportunity for me, I get on the phone. Like, I actually want to hear your voice to see if I want to work with you and to see if this is going to be a fit for both of us. Okay. So I like the fact that if you've taken the time to hear the business opportunity, I want to now get on the phone and answer your questions. Now, I know I do have a system where I don't have to get on the phone. I could text, right? There's a text messaging campaign that I use where I can text, are we moving forward or not? The person says yes, and we can move forward through text. But most of the time, I can tell you, I like to get on the phone if I can and go ahead and talk to the person, because I want to hear about it. I want to hear your story. And I'll say, what's your success story? And so many people say, I don't have a success story. You do have a success story. You're here, right? You did something great in your life, right? Yes, you have a success story. Okay. Just because somebody else's success story is different from yours doesn't mean you don't have one. You have one. And so I always say, listen, I want to hear your success story. And too many people say, I don't have one. You worked a job, you graduated from something, you were in something, you achieved something, right? You have a story. Everybody has a story. We're writing it every day. I want to hear about it. You have children, you have a husband, you have parents, you're a sibling, blah, blah, blah. That's your story. So yes, so for me, when they hear my opportunity, I like to get on the phone so I can get to know the person to see if we need to move forward or not. Amen, amen. Okay. So yes, I do that with each person I can. Obviously, obviously I do have I use texting sometimes too. But that's only after they've heard the opportunity. Did I answer all your questions? Okay. Was that it? That was easy. So yeah, that was easy. So if you are still in that place where you've been online for a while, I told you I messed up for 2 years, 2017, 2018. And I don't want you to mess up for 2 years. My hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. I don't want you to have to figure it out. Everything is figure outable, right? Wouldn't it be best though if somebody helped you out, make it go a little bit faster so you could see more money faster? There's only 2 ways to get wisdom. Write this down. Pretty person's going to put this in the chat. Heart me up, Instagram and TikTok. Like tap the screen. Tap, 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 tap. If this is good for you. And of course, make sure you share and tag. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. You learn it today. So you want to make sure. Oh, thank you. She said, you're phenomenal. I love your encouragement. I love that you showed up. Okay, so this is a part of you not knowing people is showing up, building relationships. She know that because I've just been consistently showing up, consistently pouring into other people, consistently sharing what I know for sure. That's the only reason we can build a relationship, right? Because we're through a screen. So if that is something you want to do, obviously for me, I just think the 3-day ride is something that really has helped a lot of people. Thank you for the hearts. And the goal is for you to make money. That's the goal, for you to go ahead and invest it, right? Make some more money, invest it, make some more money, invest it. And if it's your favorite charity, donate. Listen, we got to be able to help other people. Like whatever is going on in the world is so chaotic right now. This is not a political pace. I won't get into any of that. But my point is, if you have the money, you can help change. My point is, if you have more money, you can do more good. If you have the money, but if you don't have the money, all you can do is complain and expect somebody else to do it. And you don't like the way this person is doing it. But if you have money, you create your wealth, right? You can do more good in the world. And so that's where I want to be, where it's not just my family that I can take care of, but I can take care of your family and your family and your family and your family. And if your house burnt down, it's like, no problem. We don't have to wait on anybody. Let's go ahead and build you another house. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, oh my gosh, let's just do it. Oh, your child was in a car accident. And that's close to me because I was in a major car accident years ago, me and my son. And it was not good. And so, oh, you were in a car accident. Oh, you need these services. Oh, you have these hospital bills. Okay, I'll take care of it for you. That's where you want to be, where you actually are helping other people. And material things are great, but that's not why you're really doing it. Yes. And so whatever, you're doing now, make sure that that's going to be helping the future generations. And so you need to contribute everything that you can in helping other people and learning what you need to learn. So you're greater, you're better at whatever it is. And people can remember your name, that you certainly just didn't leave this earth and you didn't leave anything. I got to leave something. I got to leave an imprint. I got to leave something. Okay. So yes. So if this was helpful, hashtag helpful, this was helpful to you. The best thing you can do is share. That's the best thing you can do is show me some love and share and tag your bestie. If you know they're girlfriends of yours, friends of yours, we crown over here, girl. So go ahead and crown her and share and tag because we want her to get this goodness. And that's how we do it over here with the pretty people. And then if you know you need the 3-day ride, click the link in the bio. Go ahead. It has day 1, day 2, day 3, 3 days live in a private group with me. And I have revised the 3-day ride because it was so much information. It's just an overflow of information. Last year when I did it and I broke it down so you understand what to implement on a daily basis and homework every single day. And so it's just a phenomenal way for me to share with you. But there's 2 ways to get wisdom. Write this down. Oh, she said helpful. 2 ways: mistakes and mentors. Write that down. You can mistake your way through social media. You can mistake your way through your business. Trust me, I did that already. Or you can have a mentor. Okay, I choose a mentor. So if you want me to mentor you on what I've learned, okay, the 3-day ride might be for you. There's 2 ways, mistakes and mentors. I call them the 2 M's. And so at this juncture, I have a mentor, a social media mentor. So I can say, hey, this is what I need to know. This is where I'm going. You got to have a strategy to win. Success is not by accident. Write that down. Success is not by accident. It's actually planned. You plan to win every day. Every day, you know, you plan to win. If you're not planning to win, right, you planning to lose because you got to win the day. And as a matter of fact, if you don't have a plan of action that you are currently doing, okay, you work for somebody who has a plan. Facts. If you don't have one, you work for somebody who has a plan. So therefore, you need to get your plan into motion. Oh, she said, yes, mentors for me. Okay, let's go. Let's go. If this was helpful, make sure you share and tag. The link is in the bio. I appreciate your beautiful faces. Yes, I gave you an opportunity on Facebook. None of you took it. I gave you an opportunity to click the link for StreamYard and come on live with me. And you were like, oh, no, I'm scared. I get it. Patricia's in the building. Yes. And so I am grateful for you. I'll see your beautiful faces tomorrow, Tuesday, 1:30. Quick lunch and learn. Tomorrow, Tuesday, every Tuesday, 1:30, a quick lunch and learn. I'll answer some more business questions, so you can put your question in the chat, and I'll answer your question. But more importantly, I hope you were fed today, and you're going to go implement what you've learned, because information without implementation is what? Just information. So yes. Oh, she said, thank you. She said, talk about it. Okay, great. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see your beautiful faces tomorrow at 1:30. I'm Jerusha Wiggins. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me, and I'll see you on the page.